So proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now let's introduce the starting lineups for tonight's game. First of all, the Hillsboro Hawks. Number 0, senior Ethan Worley. Number 1, senior Mark Moore. Number 5, senior Garrett Pinkley. Number 12, senior Evan Worley. And number 13, junior Zach Whitley. And coach Dan Johnson, the Hillsboro Hawks. Now, for the final time for this season, let's introduce the starting five for your Farmington Knights. Number 1, a sophomore, Wesley Farmington. Number 10, a sophomore, Jerry Irwin. Number 30, junior Jonah Burgess. Number 45, sophomore Isaiah Robinson. And number 3, junior Brett Ray. Farmington's assistant coaches Michael Lamb, Garrett Down, and Joshua Burton. Head coach of Farmington Knights, Terry Noble. Step with referee. Timeout, 30 seconds, Farmington. Farmington Construction has been building beautiful, durable, cost-effective buildings and spaces for the Farmington area for 90 years. Their talented, dedicated staff has trusted lasting relationships to make every single operator experience a good one. Farmington Construction's commitment to client service has kept them on the construction business for 80-plus years. Proud to have supported Knights basketball throughout this season. Miller Construction.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's presentation of Farmington Knights basketball. The Knights are taking on the Hillsboro Hawks, and we apologize for the lack of commentary here throughout the first couple of minutes here in the first quarter. Brent Gray takes the inbound pass to JP Rubel. Rubel takes it down, dishes it to Blanton. Rubel to Robinson. Isaiah drives, and he dribbles it off his foot, and that's going to be a Hillsboro Hawks basketball. Robinson takes it down the court. Loses it there for a second. Dishes it off to Blanton. Blanton resets at the top. Brings it in, and he scores. 17-7. Hillsboro leads. As the Hawks will bring it down. 3:13 left to play here in the first quarter. Shot taken, and a three-pointer that goes in here for the Hawks with 20-7 now. Brent Gray takes it down. He drives in, and up and around. Rebounded by Jonah Burgess, and puts it back. Hillsboro, top of the key. They swing it over to number 13 there. Swings it back to number 1. Good ball movement there to the Hawks. Robinson applies pressure, gets it out, but Hillsboro's able to recover. Swings it out for a 3, and it's good. Hillsboro is just connecting on their shots tonight. 23-9, Hawks lead the Knights. Blanton dishes off to Rubel. Rubel to Robinson. Robinson the shot, and that's an air ball. Hillsboro, they tried what looks like an oop there, and they're going to call a jump ball on that. Isaiah Robinson thought that he had the rebound there as he runs off, but jump ball is called.
15, Jacob Jarvis substituting in for Knights.
top of the key. He brings it down. The length of the court. Jacob Jarvis dishes back out to Blanton. Blanton drives in with the left. Dishes to J.B. Ribble. Ribble with a shot fake. Off to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson to Jarvis. Jarvis shot fake. Puts it up, and he gets rejected by number 12 for the Hillsboro Hawks. That's going to go the Hawks' way. I would like to apologize here as we're not exactly sure what the Hillsboro Hawks names are because we don't have a roster. So I will be referring to them by their uniform numbers from this point onwards. The Hawks right now just looking pretty dominant here in the first quarter. It's 23-9. They lead the Farmington Knights. Jarvis gets it loose, but it's picked up back by the Hawks. They swing it around. Drives in number 3 with the shot, and he hits. Wow. The Hawks are just killing the Knights here on the perimeter. Trip, the inbound pass to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson brings it down. Dishes to Rubel. Robinson gets it again. Dishes back off to Jarvis. Jarvis to Rubel. Rubel drives in. Gets it slapped away for a little bit. Recovers. They're just swinging around the key here. Bryce Barrett drives in. And looks like that one's going to be on the floor. So the shot will not count. Jonah Burgess and it looks like Carson Sutton are both going to check in here for the Knights as J.P. Rubel and Isaiah Robinson check out. Jonah Burgess gets it to the perimeter for Bryce Blanton, and he misses the shot. Burgess gets the rebound, and he scores it. That's 11-26 here. The Knights trail the Hawks. 0 passes it to 1 up top. The dish to the perimeter player number 12. Sorry, the interior player. And it looks like there's a foul on the floor there looks as if that was on number 4, Owen Tripp. The inbound pass, they get it to number 12. 12 throws it back up to the top, and looks like Hillsboro might be trying to get the last shot here of the quarter. Carson Sutton guards him pretty heavily. They swing it over to 12 in the corner, guarded by Jonah Burgess. They flip it over, and that is just about picked off by Bracy Blanton. Number 3, shot fake, and he puts it up, and he scores. It's 28-11 right now. And it looks like there's going to be a... They're going to bring it out again here. Stop the clock. Number 13 subbed back in for Hillsboro. Sutton inbounds it to Jarvis. Jarvis back to Sutton. Throws it the length of the court to Owen Tripp. And that's going to be deflected off of a Hillsboro Hawk. And that's going to be a Farmington Knights ball here with 5.6 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Brant Gray comes back in for the Knights as Carson Sutton and Owen Tripp both sub out. And Bracy Blanton here to take the inbound. Dishes it off to Robinson, just over his head. The shot by Robinson, and that's nothing but air. Brant Gray tries to throw it off a Hawk, but to no avail. And that's going to bring us to our second quarter here. The Hillsboro Hawks lead the Farmington Knights 28-11. I've been Max McKinney with BKTV. Welcome back, everybody, to tonight's presentation of Farmington Black Knights basketball. The Hawks lead the Knights 28-11. As number 1 here takes it up for the Hawks, dishes it off to number 0, takes the long 3, and he misses it off the front. Robinson takes it the length of the court, and he puts it up and just goes out here. There is a foul on the play here, so he'll get 2 shots. Robinson gets 2 free throws here. First one is good. The Knights cut the deficit here to 16. Robinson, traditionally a pretty good free throw shooter here. And he hits the second one. Hillsboro takes it up. Number 1 getting guarded here pretty heavily, and he puts it up, and it goes in there for number 1 for Hillsboro. Brant Gray inbounds it here to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson back to Gray. Gray drives in, puts up the shot, and it just misses there. As number 1 for the Hawks takes it down the length of the court. Number 0 back to number 12 in the paint, and that's going to be looks like an offensive foul there, called on number 12 for Hillsboro. And pretty good job there taking the offensive foul there by the Farmington Knights. Brant Gray inbounds it to Bracy Blanton. And Blanton kicks to J.P. Rubel. Rubel dishes to Isaiah Robinson. They find Brant Gray. Gray puts it up, and he scores. It's going to be a 15-point ball game here. The Knights trying to cut this deficit down. Hillsboro swings it around the perimeter. Good screen by number 5. And they're just dishing it, looking for open shots. They find number 3 in the corner. Shoots the mid-range. Doesn't hit. Isaiah Robinson grabs a rebound. Robinson puts up a shot, and it gets swatted out. Looks as if that is going to be Hillsboro's ball. No, it will be a Farmington Knights ball here, as Blanton will take the inbound pass. They dish it to Brant Gray. Gray swings it over to J.P. Rubel. Rubel looking for something here. Dishes to Blanton. Blanton drives in, puts up a shot, and that's no good. Jonah Burgess tries throwing it off a Hillsboro player, but it goes just a bit off as Hillsboro gets the rebound here. Number 1 for the Hawks, taking it up top. He drives, puts up a shot, gets rejected by Isaiah Robinson. We might see something fun here. Robinson just misses the slam as Jonah Burgess grabs a rebound. They dish to Bracy Blanton, and Blanton just misses on the 3. Jonah Burgess kicks it out, brings it out, sorry, to Brant Gray. Gray takes a shot, and he hits. That's a 3-point ball for Brant Gray. 12-point game, timeout Hawks. And just like that, Farmington Knights are just right back in this game. And with 5:46 left to play here in the second quarter, the Knights lead 30-18. Sorry, the Hawks lead 30-18. The Knights cut that deficit down quite a bit. And the Knights really trying to cut down here on some 3-point shots by the Hawks. They've done a better job here in the second quarter. Number 1 for Hillsboro, taking it down the length of the court. He drives and just misses the ball. Rebound, and that one's going to go Farmington's way, as Brant Gray will throw in the inbound. Dishes to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson will take it across the half-court line. And J.P. Rubel will take it up top here. Dishes to Burgess. Burgess to Blanton in the corner. Try to find something going, and they do. Isaiah Robinson in the paint with the score. It's a 10-point ball game. Number 13 for the Hillsboro Hawks. Tries to get something going, and he can't. Farmington doing a pretty good job getting the ball loose here as they dish to number 1 here for the Hawks. He puts up a shot, and it's good, right in Jonah Burgess' face. And they'll dish it to J.P. Rubel here. So Rubel doesn't have much going. He'll dish to Isaiah Robinson, and Robinson dishes to Bracy Blanton. Blanton back to Rubel. They find Blanton in the corner. He puts up a shot, and it's good. 32-22. The Knights still trail, but they're making strides here. They find number 1 for the Hawks. He's been their lead scorer tonight, I believe. And, you know, he's done a great job. And that is going to be a, looks like a foul called on possibly Jonah Burgess here. No, they're going to call that one on Bracy Blanton. That's his first foul tonight. And the Hillsboro Hawks, number 0 here will be shooting some free throws. He hits the first one. He has been shooting very well tonight from the 3-point arc. And I wouldn't really expect much less from him from the charity stripe as well. He's done a pretty fine job tonight here for the Hillsboro Hawks. He connects on the second one. And it's now a 12-point ball game. Isaiah Robinson throws it up for Brant Gray. To Blanton. Blanton resets here. Looking for something here. A little hesitation, brings it in, and Bracy Blanton hits. 24-34. The Knights have done a much better job reducing the 3-point shot here in the second quarter. And Jonah Burgess grabs the rebound there off the missed shot from number 0 for the Hawks. Isaiah Robinson takes it out, looking to see if he can get something going. Jonah Burgess kicks it back to Robinson. Jacob Jarvis dishes to Jonah Burgess, and Burgess misses, rebounded by the Hawks. Number 1 for the Hawks drives in, kicks it, and that was denied right there by the Farmington Knights. Jonah Burgess tries grabbing it, and it looks like there's going to be a shove here by a Hillsboro Hawk. And pretty good defensive stand there by the Farmington Knights. As Gray gets ready to throw it in here to Bracy Blanton. We got just over 3 minutes here to play left in the second quarter. The Knights trail the Hillsboro Hawks 24-34. As Blanton dishes out to Brant Gray. Gray takes the 3-point shot, just misses. Jacob Jarvis grabs it, attempts to throw it off of a Hillsboro Hawk, but misses. The Hawks grab the ball. And number 12 for the Hawks takes the 3-point shot, just misses. Jonah Burgess grabs it. Bracy Blanton dishes out to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson goes in, dishes out to Jonah Burgess. Burgess, and he traveled. Took an extra step there, and that's a little costly there for the Farmington Knights. The Hawks will bring it up the court. And they got number 1 here at the top of the key. He brings it in. Pressure by Jonah Burgess applied pretty nicely. And Isaiah Robinson just about pokes the ball loose. And they got number 0 in the corner. Just misses it. Rebounded by the Hawks. And they're going to call a foul on Isaiah Robinson on that play. It looked as if he had a clean block at first, but the refs seem to disagree on that. That's his first foul tonight, Isaiah Robinson. And that'll put number 5 here for the Hawks on the free throw line. We apologize once again for not knowing the Hillsboro Hawks team names, as we'll just refer to them by their team numbers. So number 5 hits his first free throw as he prepares for a second. Misses the second one, rebounded by the Hawks by number 0 here. Dishes back out to 0 to 1, takes the deep 3, and he misses it. Isaiah Robinson grabs a rebound. Good length by Robinson. You'd expect him to grab some rebounds, and he sure does. He sure has tonight as well. Robinson dishes off to Jonah Burgess. Burgess looking for somebody on the perimeter here. Takes a dribble, finds Brant Gray cutting, and Gray misses a shot. That's rebounded by Hillsboro. Hillsboro dishes to number 13 there, and he dishes it to number 12. Puts up the shot, and it's no good. That's rebounded by Bracy Blanton there. Good defensive possession by the Knights. They're really cutting down here on the scoring for the Hillsboro Hawks. Blanton had him stumble in, and he finishes strong. Wow, what a move by Bracy Blanton. The Hawks respond though, as pretty quick possession here. They dish off to number 12, and that's going to be a foul on, looks like, Brant Gray here. But what a move by Bracy Blanton. He had that Hillsboro Hawks stumbling all over the place, and he ended up finishing on the double doink, I'll call it, off the rim. Hit a couple times and found its way in the basket. The first shot by the Hillsboro big, and he hits it. 10-point ball game, 36-26. The Hawks lead the Farmington Knights. We got just over a minute left to play here in the second quarter. And he hits a second. Brant Gray dishes to Isaiah Robinson here. Farmington really looking for some scoring here to lead themselves into halftime. Coming off a strong quarter. Dishes to Isaiah Robinson in the corner. He hits it. And it's 29-37. Looked as if that was a close call there, but he did not step out according to the referees here. It's rebounded by, looks like that one's going to go out on the Knights. As Isaiah Robinson tried to get something going, he ended up throwing it out of bounds. Hawks ball. They throw the inbound to number 1 here, as he's just going to hold it for a little bit, see if he can get anything going. 13 on the perimeter. Goes around, finds number 12, and he cuts and scores. 39-29. JP Rubel with the ball. This will come up the court. $18 seconds left to go here in this first half of the ball game. Rubel cuts. Rubel drives, puts up the shot, and it's good. We got 6 seconds left to go here. The Hawks will try to rush it up the court, try to get off a shot. 2, 1. The shot goes up, and it's no good. That'll lead us into halftime. 39-31, the Knights trail the Hawks. I've been Max McKinney here with BKTV Studios, and we'll begin to get into the halftime show here. Welcome back, everybody.
Did you unplug my mic? I don't hear it.
Hello, hello, check. Hello, hello. I can't hear myself. Welcome back, everybody, to Farmington Nights Basketball. And I'm joined here by Colton Wilkerson and Max McKinney. Colton, how are you doing? Not too bad. So, what do you think of this first half of basketball? Exactly. And we saw it more in the second quarter, but the Knights need to defend three-point shot. Yes, and as we approach a minute left until the start of the third quarter, what do you think are the key steps for the Knights coming away with the W? Getting rebounds. And really, I think the biggest problem that the Knights are facing is that, they're just not hitting shots, and the Hawks really are hitting shots. Their defense hasn't been horrendous. They've been stripping the ball loose on the perimeter and doing a lot of things right, but there's also some stuff wrong. So,
Hillsboro's going to shut a lot.
as J.P. Rubel takes it down the court. Rubel dishes to Jonah Burgess. Burgess to Blanton. Blanton on the perimeter. Ray drives in, takes a mid-range shot, and it doesn't fall. Tempted by Isaiah Robinson. Looks like he stepped out. It's going to be a Hillsboro Hawks ball. Yeah, it looked as if from my vantage point as well. And the Hawks turn it around to 0. Back to number 5. They drop it off to number 1 here. Hesitates, brings it up, drives in, and he breaks it. It's a 10-point ball game now. Hillsboro leads 41-30. Bracy Blanton. Yeah, Bracy Blanton brings it down, takes the shot, and it falls. We got an 8-point ball game now. And Knights just need some defensive stops here. They'll be right back in this ball game. Number 1 drives in, pump fakes, picks it off to number 5. 5 dishes to number 12. 12 drives, pump fakes, dishes for the three-pointer, and it's good. That is one thing this Hillsboro team does very well, is shoot threes. They are shooting the lights out. Isaiah Robinson brings it down the court, and it looks like they're going to call a foul on the floor here.
I'm not sure why, Max, the scoreboard on the wall is not working.
Yeah.
It's working, but they don't have the points, fouls.
Yeah, still a little bit of technical issues here.
Yeah. It's all
And
right.
Brent Gray will throw the inbound pass. He dishes it off to Jonah Burgess. Burgess just outreaches.
JP takes a deep three, just short.
Burgess grabs a rebound, dishes it back to J.P. Rubel. Rubel dishes to Blanton. Blanton takes a three-point shot, just misses, grabbed by the Hawks. They dish it to number 1 on the perimeter. Hesitates, dishes it to number 12. 12 with the pump fake, dishes it to number 5. 5 in the corner to number 0. And that's an air ball. You don't see that much.
Recovery.
Yeah. Brant Gray drives in, and he gets rejected. And that's going to be a Farmington ball. Gray throws the inbound pass over to Bracy Blanton. Blanton over to Isaiah Robinson at the top of the key. Jonah Burgess takes it in, shows off the paint moves, and he scores. Good move by Jonah Burgess there, able to score. And it's a 9-point ball game right now. Number 1 for the Hawks brings it in, and he scores. He is just a scoring machine tonight.
He's driving through that paint.
Not much they could do to stop it. JP Rubel gets it stripped away, and that's recovered by the Hawks. They throw it to number 0. He can't connect. Grabbed by number 13. Dishes it off to number 12, and he hits the paint shot. Little floater. We got 5:27 left to play here as JP Rubel takes it down the court. Rubel having a bit of an off night tonight, but I know at any moment he could flip a switch and he could turn it right back on. As he dishes to Jonah Burgess. Back to Bracy Blanton at the top of the key. Dishes to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson drives in. Can't hit the floater. Number 12 for the Hawks dishes to number 1.
35-48 with 5 minutes left in the third.
And that's picked up by Bracy Blanton. Blanton goes the length of the court, puts up a shot, and it doesn't fall. That's grabbed by the Hawks by number 0. He tries driving the length of the court. That's picked off, and JP Rubel grabs it. Brant Gray puts up the shot, and he scores. 37-48, the Knights trail the Hawks still. We got 4:31 left to play here in the third quarter. Knights trying to cut down that deficit. Number 5 drives in, and
Jonah
Burgess seems to be hit pretty hard. And he seems to be in some pain here. Jacob Jarvis checks in along with Owen Tripp as JP Rubel and Jonah Burgess both check out. Burgess still not looking too comfortable out there. They're going to check him out, see if there's something wrong with him, as that's a Hawks ball. And it looks like the foul was called on Isaiah Robinson on that play. They dish it off to number 5. 5 drives in on Jarvis. Jarvis keeps his hands up. He dishes it off to number 12. And that's going to be a travel on number 12. Good defensive possession there by the Knights. What do you think about that, Colton?
You know, I think it's solid.
Very solid defense.
Brant Gray will throw it in to OJ Tripp.
Gray takes it down, dishes to Bracy Blanton at the top. Blanton drives in. And it looks like that one's just going to go out. Jacob Jarvis tries grabbing it, and it looks like that one's going to go off Jarvis. Pretty good effort there on the defensive end, and just doesn't pay off so much as the Hawks will get it here. Bracy Blanton stays down to try to get something happening on the defensive end here. Number 1 on the Hawks. He's just been attacking the rim from all angles. They dish it off to number 1. That one's going to go out.
It's out on the Hawks. It'll be a Knights ball. Brant Gray will throw it in. He'll hit Owen Tripp.
Tripp back to Gray. And Gray will try to take it down here. Dishes it off to Jacob Jarvis. Jacob Jarvis in the post. Dishes it off to Isaiah Robinson.
Shooting.
Just misses. And it looks like there's going to be a foul on the floor here.
It's a foul on the Hawks.
And that one's going to go on number 3 for the Hillsboro Hawks. His first personal.
Brant Gray will throw in for the Knights. He'll find somebody. He'll find Isaiah. Isaiah's going to go up, put it up, get 2.
Great shot there by Isaiah Robinson. And number 13 for the Hawks. Back out to number 1. 1 puts up a shot, and it's good. He is just a multi-level scorer right there. I mean, he is able to score it from anywhere on the field.
He's an animal.
Isaiah Robinson brings it up, and there's going to be a foul on the floor here. Looks like that was on number 1. Number 5, actually. That's his 3rd personal for the Hawks.
Jonah Burgess back in.
Looks like
he'll come in for Bracy.
Looks like he's recovered from his injury.
Yeah.
And we got a bit of a big man lineup here.
Oh yeah.
Neither one of the 2 main guards, Bracy Blanton or JP Rubel, out there for the Knights. They're playing some big man ball, trying to outbody the Hillsboro Hawks here in the paint. Looks as if Jonah Burgess grabs it, and he looks to dish it off to Owen Tripp. Tripp throws to Brant Gray. Gray takes the 3-point shot, and it falls.
42-50 with almost 3 minutes left in the third. Hillsboro move it down, move it around. One will take a shot behind the 3.
I think we found the level that he can't score from. And that's 3-point land. That one's going to go the Knights' way here, as Isaiah Robinson signals for it, and the refs seem to agree.
It's kind of been a back and forth 8-10 point game.
Yeah, but if you want to see the Knights win this game, they gotta stay steady on the defensive end.
We got a lot of subs on the bench, so we can put it at any time. I mean, we got 95% seniors on the bench.
Gray will throw it in to Isaiah Robinson. We do have a traditional guard out here now as J.P. Rubel checks in for Jacob Jarvis. Gray takes it down, dishes to Rubel. Rubel dishes to Isaiah Robinson, drives, kicks out to Jonah Burgess. Burgess to Rubel. Rubel to Brant Gray. Gray drives in, and they're going to call a foul on the floor there on the Hawks, as the Knights have shown some pretty good ball movement there.
For those of you who don't know, the Knights just got done with their senior night, and that was last Friday.
Pretty good game.
Awesome game. Played with the Roosevelt. I have no idea, but it was a good game. Seniors took it home.
And they're going to call a jump ball on that play as Jonah Burgess and a Hawks player end up getting tangled up, and that's going to be a Hawks ball.
Number 13 for the Hawks will take it in. They'll give it to number 1.
We got a 50-42 game here as the Knights trail the Hillsboro Hawks. We got 2:15 left to play here in the third quarter as the Knights trying to close this gap. Number 1 for the Hawks loses the ball, and it looks like that's going to go the Knights' way. Pretty good play there on the defensive end as Bracy Blanton checks in here for Owen Tripp. And yes, and Brant Gray will end up throwing in the inbound pass here. There seems to be some controversy going on here on the field, on the court, as number 1 for the Hawks is arguing with the referee. As Bracy Blanton tries driving past him. Brant Gray dishes to J.P. Rubel. My apologies. Rubel. And that's going to be a foul on the floor here. That's going to be a foul on number 0 for the Hawks. That's his second personal. Gray dishes to Bracy Blanton. Blanton puts up the mid-range shot, and it falls.
That's 2 for Bracy.
And it's a 6-point game. That is the closest that the Knights have cut the gap since the first quarter. And 1 just keeps on scoring. It's a high-scoring game here for number 1 for the Hawks. Once again, we'd like to apologize for not knowing the names of the Hillsboro Hawks here, as we don't have a roster. We keep referring to them as numbers. And number 13 will take it the distance for the Hawks. Kicks off to number 12. He takes the 3-point shot. Doesn't fall. Grabbed by Brant Gray. Gray dishes to J.P. Rubel. Rubel showing off the speed. Dishes it off to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson, the multi-tool player, drives in. Can't hit. Jonah Burgess grabs a rebound.
Rebound, pass to get the assist with Brant Gray's 3.
Brant Gray has been shooting it pretty well tonight. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Shoot or shoot.
Number 13 for the Hawks.
46 seconds left in the third quarter.
Number 3 drives. Tried to do a little, looked like he was trying to throw it down on Jonah Burgess, but
down right there.
That's not going to fly in Jonah Burgess's realm. Brant Gray takes another 3. Heat check. He hits
another one. Bracy Blanton with the assist.
Heat check for Brant Gray.
That's a 2-point game right now, ladies and gentlemen. 25 seconds left in the third.
If that's a heat check, we just checked, and that's some heat right there.
He checked out. We got to consolidate number 1.
And that's going to be a foul on either Jonah Burgess or Isaiah Robinson there. They both seem to consolidate and
isolate.
That's not the correct word. They both consolidated, and looks like one of them fouled the Hawks player trying to shoot the basketball. We got 17.8 seconds left here to go, as the Knights have cut the gap to 2 points. It's 52-50. And the refs and 2 Knights seem to be conversing it out here, as Owen Tripp looks to check in on this next shot. Number 12 for the Hawks. Pretty good free throw shooter. He hits the first.
17 left in the third. As 12. Owen Tripp will come in for the Knights for Jonah Burgess.
That was Burgess's first foul of the night. He cut down from his usual foul numbers. And that one's in for the Hawks as it's a 4-point game now. Bracy Blanton dishes off to Brett Gray. Gray throws to JP Rubel. Rubel looking to get the last shot off or find a teammate to get the last shot off here. We got the clock ticking down. 5, 4.
Owen Tripp with the 3. He's got it.
That's
a 1-point game to go into the fourth, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a big shot from Owen Tripp right there. Coming off a pretty good performance.
In the court this game, other than Carson Sutton.
Owen Tripp did a pretty good job. JP Rubel found him in the corner. Tripp decided to take the shot. That takes guts right there. Coming off a pretty good senior game performance.
Oh, yeah, OJ.
He's feeling himself a little bit. Decides to shoot the 3 ball, and we got a 1-point ball game heading into the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
8 minutes here to cut the gap even more, and the Knights look to pile on here. It's 54-53 heading into the fourth. I've been Max McKinney so far.
I'm Colton Wilkerson.
Thank you all for checking in. For those of you who are just checking in, this is Black Knight Studios, and we're bringing you Black Knight basketball.
For those of you just checking in, it is the fourth period, so you're a little late. You missed most of the game, but it's all right. You got 8 minutes, more than 8 minutes to watch.
We still love you.
We still love you. We still appreciate you. You tuned in. That's all we can ask for. Those of you, I don't know if Max mentioned it, but our theme tonight is we're celebrating the great country of the United States of America, representing the red, white, and blue.
Yes, we are, and the student section seems to be...
They're getting pumped, you know.
They are getting pumped.
They're all on their derriere.
As Blanton brings it down the court.
Bracy Blanton.
Throws it to Tripp.
Owen Tripp inside to Jonah. Jonah will look for it.
Burgess throws to Isaiah Robinson.
Isaiah's going to shoot.
He
airballs it.
He misses that one by quite a fair margin as the Hawks will look to drive down. Isaiah Robinson playing pretty good defense on number 13 there. And all the Knights have started to pick it up defensively, shutting down number 1 there for the Hawks. He's been their lead scorer tonight.
That's what they need to do. And he's shooting again. He can't. He's not.
We got a man down the court. If they were able to throw that down there for Owen Tripp, that'd be a pretty easy score. But they just don't trust that play
Bracy.
exactly.
Bracy to
Blanton.
Owen Tripp. Owen
Tripp.
move it around, hand it off to Brant. Brant shoots and he makes it. That's 3 more for Brant Gray. 7 minutes left in the game. 56-54. Knights on top.
We got a hot hand over here. And that one
Number
misses.
12.
It's going to go out of bounds. 56-54. The Knights now lead the Hillsboro Hawks. At one point, there was what, a 21-point deficit here?
Sure.
Something like that in the first quarter.
Isaiah Robinson walking it down. He'll pass back to Brant before they cross the half-court line.
Heck of a game here.
Timeout Knights.
Outstanding game thus far.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
High-scoring affair as well for a high school game. I mean,
I guarantee you, Coach Noble's down there telling them in this timeout, hey, boys, we're coming back. We're going to win this game. We're going to beat the Hillsboro
Hawks.
And, boys, we're playing hard. Keep playing hard. We got a few things to work out still. We need to do that. We need to fix those things. And we need to just keep working our bottoms off.
Overall, this entire second half, I mean, they just flipped the switch after halftime.
I want to know what Coach told them in the locker room.
Probably something along the lines of,
What
hey,
I just
guys.
said.
Exactly. Hey, guys, let's listen to this Colton Wilkerson character up here in the commentary
I know
booth.
They hear me. I know. Coach has got a mic in his ear. Everything I say goes to him.
That's not true for all of you listening at home.
Yeah, that's not true. I'm not Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. I mean, shout out to the Pats.
As we will resume from the timeout here, Brant Gray looks to throw the inbound pass. Brant Gray has been a very hot shooter tonight.
Oh, yes, he has. And when it matters, too.
And when it matters. He's been super clutch. Gray will throw it into Blanton. And Blanton will look to get something going here.
Tracy will walk it up.
Throws it off to Owen Tripp. Tripp dishes to Blanton. Blanton with a little hesitation, drives in, kicks it off to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson throws it to Brant Gray. Little heat check, and nope.
That's a tough shot.
Doesn't fall on that one. Jonah Burgess tripped up there by number 12 for the Hawks.
6:15 left in the game. 2-point deficit, 54-56.
Number 3 drives in. Number 1 dishes to number 13 here. He takes the 3, and he misses it, but that's rebounded by number 3, blocked by Brant Gray. And that
was out on Hillsboro. Nope. They said it was out on the Knights. That's the Hillsboro's ball.
Hey, either way, that was a good play by Brant Gray,
That was a
presenting
good
the
block.
score there by number 3.
Block, yeah. For sure.
We got 5:57 left to play here. It's 56-54. The Knights lead the Hillsboro Hawks. As the Hawks bench starts clapping here. They throw it into number 1 here. As he's heavily guarded by Bracy Blanton. He's a pretty quick cat, number 1 here. And he'll drive in. Kicks it off to number 12. 12 to 13. 13 dishes it off to number 1 again. He's been a lot quieter here in the 3rd and 4th so far.
Yeah, 1's been trying to shoot those deep balls. Hadn't quite dropped them in yet.
13 kicks in.
Little
And that's picked up by
miscommunication.
Bracy Blanton. Great play there by the Knights. You could just tell their defense is
Out on Hillsboro. Almost took off Coach Noble's head.
got a couple of headhunters here.
Literally.
Literally.
Literally. Brant Gray, number 3, will throw it in for the Knights to Owen Tripp. Owen, inside pass to Jonah. Jonah for 2 more.
Great feed. And it's a 4-point game in the Knights' favor now. As they
5
look
and a
to
quarter left.
stack onto this lead. As number 1 takes a mid-range shot. He is lethal from that range, Colton. And,
Timeout Hillsboro now.
It's timeout. Knights.
Oh, sorry. There's timeout on the Knights. Maxton McKinney here knows everything.
Well, for those of you viewing at home, don't make the same mistake that Mr. Colton Wilkerson here makes. You have to have the basketball on your team's possession in order to call a timeout. And since Hillsboro was the team that just scored it,
That's not true in high school. I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. It is. We also don't have a shot clock, which is irrelevant to what we're talking about, but it would make a humongous difference if we did.
completely irrelevant, Colton. Let's get back to basketball talk.
Shout out to the Knights, the Farmington specialist here tonight, David Burke. They have a Red Tornado night in honor of him. I think that was last week. Great guy, great man.
Great man.
Good old Owie Bear sitting next to him.
Bracy Blanton looking to take it down the court here. As the Knights look to pad onto their lead. This is the first lead that they've had in the entire game. As Blanton will dish it off to Owen Tripp. Tripp to Isaiah Robinson.
Isaiah
Robinson looking
almost
for a
out.
reverse. And that's going to be a jump ball. Looks as if. Or are they going to call that?
They're going to call that, yeah.
Pretty controversial call here as the Farmington fans are letting them know it. The Hawks now just looking to keep themselves in this game. They've proven before that they can
Isaiah
score it.
Robinson stealing 3rd. They tie it up, 58-58. 4.5 left in the game.
Bracy Blanton takes it down. Drives in.
He needs to find somebody. He finds Brant Gray in the back.
Bracy drives in, dishes it to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson's got Jonah Burgess
It's
on the
Jonah.
perimeter.
Yep. He comes in and makes the 2. That's all right. 4.25 left. 60-58. Knights on top. Number 1's going to drive in. He's going to.
Missed that one pretty badly. Number 5 grabs a rebound, dishes it off to number 12. 12 puts it up, and that's going to be a foul on, looks like Jonah Burgess. If so, that'd be a second.
That is
It
a
is.
foul on Jonah. Number 12 in Hillsboro's free throw line.
12 misses his first shot from the charity stripe. And Farmington's gonna try to capitalize off that missed shot. He hits the second one, and it's a
makes it a 1-point game.
1-point game.
Bracey will take it down, he'll walk it down. He's moving a little faster.
It's a 60-59 ball game. We got 3:50 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Got JP Rubel sitting, getting ready to come in.
Just misses it.
That's a tough miss. Bracey can't believe it. It was tough.
And they're gonna call a foul on that on Owen Tripp instead of a jump ball. JP Rubel will check in for Tripp here.
One will take it down. They need to isolate him, consolidate him. He is their leading scorer, I do believe. 5 kick out.
Misses the shot. JP Rubel tips it out of bounds, and that's going to be a Hawks ball.
Out on JP. One will throw it in for Hillsboro.
Misses the shot.
Isaiah Robinson with the rebound.
And JP Rubel will take it down. Bracey Blanton dishes to Isaiah Robinson. Robinson back to Jonah Burgess. Burgess puts up the shot, and it's good. 62-59. We got a 3-point game here.
Left in the game.
3-point game. That's a clean block there. And they're just going to try to
walk it down. He's killing a little time. He's going to work it.
Rubel with the tight handles.
JP Rubel is beautiful. He's got some beautiful moves on him.
Yes, he does. He's got a great handle package. Just so quick with it.
Oh, baby!
He lost him. He lost him. That's embarrassing.
Somebody find his ankles.
That is embarrassing. He scored so much tonight, you hate to see him do that.
Oh, man, but you love it at the same time.
As a
JP
Farmington Knights fan, you gotta love that.
Nearly 2 left in the game. We're moving it around. JP's moving it, moving it, moving it. Is that a...
And it looks like that'll be on the floor. No, it will not. JP Rubel is going to be going to the free throw line. And yes, it is on the floor. I was right the first time.
Yeah, Brent Gray is going to throw it in for the Knights. Jonah looking for somebody. He finds Brant. Brant's going to kill a little bit. He's going to move it.
JP Rubel takes it near half court. And they're going to foul Rubel.
Minute 50 left in the game, minute 52 to be exact. JP's going to find the free throw line, going to sink a few, extend the Knights' lead.
Looks like a last resort effort here for the Hawks.
JP and Bracey and Isaiah, all sophomores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 sophomores starting on the varsity team. That's something you don't see a whole lot.
Yes, you don't see that a lot.
Young team on the girls' end and the boys' end, actually, as the girls have 4 freshmen starting in their lineup.
JP.
The boys with 3 sophomores.
Both of them. It's 64-59, ladies and gentlemen. A minute 45 left in the game. Knights on top. Hillsboro shoots. He makes it. That was a nice shot. Timeout, Hillsboro.
That's a pretty good shot there by number 0.
Nice. Hey, it's Knights ball. We can move it around. We can kill time. I don't know how much time we cut off just now, but I guarantee it was quite a bit.
Yeah. Now that could go in Hillsboro's favor. However,
it could very well, but
the Knights seem to have enough faith.
Right here,
the Knights seem to have enough faith in their squad.
I mean, they should. I mean, I have faith in them without a doubt.
We've seen some late game heroics here this season for the Knights. JP Rubel hitting a very clutch game winner in Fredericktown.
Oh yes,
Buzzer beater.
Shout out to the Farmington Knights cheerleaders, putting work in on the court.
Shout out to the Nightline as well. Pretty good halftime performance.
Yeah, it was solid.
Dwayne Wade would give it a 9 out of 10 though.
Chuck Norris give it a 10 out of 10. He'd give it a thumbs up. That's all you need from Chuck. And we're back on the court. Knights ball. Brant finds Tripp. Back to Brant. Brant will hit JP on the left side. Never mind. I just lied to every one of you. Nope, I didn't. He found JP. JP's gonna move it up. He'll lose it, but worked because Bracey's got it.
That's gonna be a jump ball. Bracy Blanton asking for a foul call, but he doesn't get it. Doesn't really matter here as the Knights will get the ball here.
Bracy Blanton will throw it in for the Knights.
Close to what he wanted there.
He's gonna find somebody. He's gonna find, well, Isaiah's on the ground.
That's gonna be a, it's gonna be on the floor on number 0 for the Hawks.
It's a good call.
Great call. And that's pretty costly there for the Hawks. We got a minute 22 left and they're down by 2.
For sure.
Great free throw shooter here on the line.
Jonah Burgess coming in.
For Brant Gray.
He's coming in for
No,
JP
it looks like he's going in
Rubel.
for JP. And it looks like Jacob Jarvis might be checking in here.
Isaiah.
He
with
hits
a
his
free
first
throw.
one.
That's 65-63.
Jacob Jarvis checks in for Owen Tripp here. We got a pretty big lineup here. Only one of the traditional guards in the lineup right now.
You did mention that.
And we got Jacob Jarvis, Jonah Burgess,
Isaiah
Robinson, and Brant Gray here, along with Bracy
Isaiah
Blanton.
shoots. He makes another free throw. We'll take 4 points.
4-point game. Trying to put it out of reach here for the Hawks.
Very well could be.
1 takes it down, dishes it off. Number 0 takes it in, dishes to number 1. 1
One's
comes
gonna put it
inside, puts up the shot, and he hits it. Wow. 2-point ball game. We got a minute 6 left to play here in the 4th quarter.
Timeout for Hillsboro. Minute 6 left in the game. 2-point difference. Knights on top, 66-64. JP did look like he was just checking in, so he ought to be back in. Max, what do you think? What are we seeing? What do we need to see right here, the last minute left in the game?
We need to see some good defense on the Knights' end, possibly a couple of clutch shots.
Oh, yeah. Not even clutch shots. We just need to make shots. We just need to make shots. We need to play defense.
Those are the keys to a basketball game. Those are the keys to winning a basketball game.
I will say, these Knights have really started cooking this second half, and I really love it. I'm digging it a lot.
Yes, yes indeed, Colton.
Guarantee coach is down there saying, hey, boys, let's get to it. Load the wagon. No, I'm just kidding. He's down there. Boys, don't overpressure yourself. We're going to win this game. Each and every one of you know it. We're going to keep working hard.
Got to close it out in the final seconds here, final minute.
Final minute and a few seconds.
And a few seconds. Brant Gray looks to throw it in. He throws it into Bracy Blanton. And if push
Bracy
comes
will
to
move
shove here, the Hawks are going to have to foul the Knights if they run off enough time off the clock.
Less than a minute left in the game. Brant to JP Rubel.
Rubel.
JP will move it around. He'll move it in. He gets fouled.
And he'll go to the charity stripe here as he'll try to put this game further out of reach than it already is.
Put it away right here.
He really
Very
could.
well.
If he was to sink both of these free throws here, it'd be awful difficult for the Hawks to come back.
Jonah Burgess in for Owen Tripp.
And
As
Jacob
JP
Jarvis looks to check in after this.
As JP shoots his free throw.
He hits his first.
Makes his first. 3-point ball game. He'll make a second.
He hits a second. That is a big shot right there.
Many of you may not notice, but those 2 free throws make a huge difference at this.
2-score game here now for the Hawks. They're gonna have to come back.
There's 40 seconds left on the clock.
They're gonna have to cut the difference even more now. That was a crucial foul.
Now, the Knights cannot lose the ball. We have to hold the ball. We gotta work.
He hits the mid-range, and there's 6 seconds left to go. As Isaiah Robinson will grab it, and the Hawks will hope for some missed free throws here. But they have a great free throw shooter here going to the line, so that might not be the best option.
Isaiah Robinson to the free throw line. Farmington's in the no bonus. 2 shots.
Robinson with the shot. He hits his
makes it.
first. And if he hits this one, there's a very little chance that the Hawks will be able to come back.
It's already over, Max.
You think so?
No, I can't get too cocky.
Yeah, you don't want to jinx it here.
I don't want to jinx it at all.
But it's pretty safe to say if Robinson hits this one, which he does not. So that leaves a little bit of room for the Hawks to try to shoot a three-pointer here. We got 15 seconds left.
Timeout.
This is a pretty good game right here.
It is a solid game. It's a rock solid game. 14 seconds. They have to drain that three. I mean they could bank it too. They don't have to drain it, but you know. they gotta make a three. Isaiah Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. Dude's 7'3".
He's not, but
dude's an absolute unit.
he's about 6'7".
He's an absolute unit either way. Shout out Orville Renbacher for making popcorn.
Yeah, big ups to Orville Redenbacher. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it might come down to this.
This is the line right here.
High stakes basketball here.
It's hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
I'm thinking miss. I'm thinking not even.
I can see a full student section full of students here that are thinking miss as well, Colton.
Yeah, they're on their feet. They're jumping up and down. Oh, that kid just did a backflip.
Really?
No, that didn't happen either. So the one coming in for Hillsboro. Oh, never mind. I just lied to you. Three's throwing it in. And one got the ball. 10 seconds left. One.
That's a pretty good foul there by Bracy Blanton.
One has not been very successful from the three-point line this week tonight.
Looks like he's not going to be going to the free throw line, however.
No.
As they're not in the bonus quite yet.
I meant three-point. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. He's gonna shoot it. His foe's on the line.
And it's no good anyways. He misses it.
That's game. 69-66. Knights take it home.
Great comeback W.
Great comeback.
That is a great win for the Knights right there. They were down a whole lot coming into the first quarter, and they were able to come back in the third and the fourth. The second half was a completely different ball game. They were able to shut down the three-point shooting by the Hawks.
Absolutely, they shut it down. We brought it home. That's a good win from the Farmington Knights.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good job, guys.
And that'll be it for our action tonight.
That will be it.
Thank you all for watching. This has been BKTV's presentation of Farmington Knights basketball. The Knights ended up winning 69-66 over the Hillsboro Hawks. High-scoring game.
Without a doubt.
That'll be it from us. I'm Max McKinney.
I'm Colton Wilkerson. Ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications.
Good morning, good evening, and good night.
Good night.